Hi, loves. So it's a wild ride out there right now, and I have a lot of feelings about it. But I have kind of been isolating. I mean, it's been this whole thing throughout this entire experience of a pandemic and the layers and layers that are on top of that of oscillating between hope and activism and despair and anxiety. And so I wanted to teach a short practice that is a mood elevating practice. Props you might want to use are some blankets and pillows. If you've got a yoga bolster, blocks, and a couple blankets. Otherwise, you can make do. We're going to use the wall too, so you might want to move yourself over towards a wall space. It's a mixture of some hatha and gentle and restorative, so we kind of hit all the spots. The intention here is that we're working with the nervous system to continue to soothe it, so we're not over escalating it. We're not flipping from feeling depressed straight into kind of anxious. So we're kind of keeping that soothing, gentle, grounded movement and energy in place, but by practicing some heart opening and a little bit of elevating kind of movements, that maybe we can get ourselves out of bed and moving around in the world. I'm happy to be here with you in practice and within community. Thank you for showing up. Okay, let's go to the mat. So first thing we're going to do is a little bit of shaking. And if you haven't done this yet before with me, it's pretty easy. You just shake your body in any way that feels good to you. I'm going to lead you through kind of working up the whole body. But the idea is that you're kind of shaking out any residual tension. So kind of releasing any energy, releasing bound up tension, kind of letting the body kind of remove that from its system. So also too, it's very elevating for mood and for your nervous system. So this is a really quick thing. If you're ever feeling really bummed out, you can just simply shake for about 5 minutes to 20 minutes, and it can really help. Okay, so starting with your feet a little bit wide. Here, bend the knees, feel the earth underneath you. You can close your eyes, ground down into the earth. Oh, yeah. Let out some sighs. And then big inhale, we'll reach our arms on up, come onto the toes here, nice and high. And then exhale, just start shaking it out. So this can look like anything. I am feeling a little low on my energy here. Starting an anti-inflammatory diet for some health problems I'm having right now. So my head is a little feeling that sugar detox today. So my shaking's a little mellow, but you're allowed to shake your body in a bigger way. So that means you're jumping up and down or moving around. All of it's okay. Take a moment, just kind of focus in on your feet. Feel the heels hit the earth. Tap into the bottoms of the feet. Get the toes going. Get the ankles going. And then we go the legs, the knees, shaking those out. The thighs here, and the hips. Oh. And the chest. Get the chest going and the arms. This is always my spot. I know, and also a lot of people, we hold our attention through our shoulders. Oh. Okay. And the head, I'm going to do this really gentle because my head hurts right now. But you can shake your head in any way that feels good. It loosens it out. And the whole body. Get the whole body going. Here. And then in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You rest here. Feeling the body. Feel the earth. Feel your hands. Big inhale here. Hands rise up. Oh, flick them out and take them down. Inhale, they rise up. Flick and take them down. Last one. Inhale, rise up. And flick and take them down. Okay, so here's where we're going to go at the wall. I'm going to show you this way so that you can see my legs a little bit better. See my earbud. But I'm going to do this at the wall. So pretend that the wall's right here. I'm going to have my right foot forward, my left foot back. What I don't want is your foot to turn out. So you're trying to turn the toe directly facing forward. And then our forearms are on the wall, right here. And then as I bend into the knee, I reach that back heel back and I get a stretch through the back leg here. So go ahead and set up at the wall space. Look at your back toes. Look at the space between second and third toes. Forearms are on the wall, palms are together. Reach through that back left heel. Press down and then bend into that front knee. Stick the butt out just a little bit. Take the heart up and the gaze up. So you're opening through the calf, but you're also opening the heart. Couple breaths here. See if you can reach through that bottom back heel from inside the joint of the pelvis. So you're connecting all the way through from pelvis down into the heel. And then we're switching, taking your right foot back, left foot forward, bending to that left knee, pressing down through the back leg. Feel inside the joint of the pelvis, all the way down through the heel. Gaze is up, heart rolls up, chin is lifted. Pressing the widest part of the forearm into the wall. Beautiful. Okay, a couple more things here at the wall. We're going to take arm stretch first. We'll do puppy stretch next. So you're maybe about a foot and a half away from the wall. Right foot is forward here. Right hand is on the wall. It's either at 12 o'clock, maybe about 1 o'clock. It's not at 3 o'clock. So we're not looking for max stretch here. We're looking for elongation out through the joint here. So you don't want to be so close that you're smashing your joint into your shoulder joint into the head of the shoulder into the joint, right? You want to be far enough away where you're kind of reaching out, chest is lifting, inner legs are engaged, gaze comes on up. Just really opening up this line. In energetics, this is, these are the lines from our heart center. So this is the line of energy that processes our emotions. Gaze is lifted. Just kind of opening through that helps to kind of move that energy around, not let it get any stagnancy. Another couple of breaths, let the butt stick out a little bit, rising energy up through the heart. Switching sides. Left hand at the wall. I can already feel my mood elevating. I'm like, for real. Left foot's down, left foot's in front, left hand's on the wall. Again, you're either at noon or here it's maybe 11 o'clock. Pubic bone rolls away from the navel, chest lifts up, reach out through the shoulder joint. Beautiful. Find the inner thighs. Don't let those legs roll out. I was just doing that to myself. Good job, you guys. Yeah, let the chest roll up. Beautiful. Last couple breaths here. Yeah, if your body's turning towards the wall, you've gone too far with your arm. You want to back it up more towards 12 o'clock. Okay, we release that. And then the last thing is puppy pose. So I'm going to do this again at the wall, but I'll show you this way so you can see my body a little more clearly. My hands will be on the wall. Pretend this is the wall. They'll be like this on the wall with the thumbs touching, arms are straight, and my gaze is going to be lifting up. What I'm not doing is leaning forward into the wall. I'm letting my hands stay in place, but I'm taking my seat back, and that's what leans me forward. So you may pelvis forward to get into the stretch. Yeah, and then gaze goes up. So you're pretty close to the wall. maybe just, 6 inches or so, maybe a foot at the most. Thumbs are touching if that's possible. Arms are straight, gaze is up. So not taking your pelvis forward towards the wall. Take your pelvis away from the wall. Stick your butt out. Gaze is up. Here. Oh, and you know what? You can have space between your feet. I have my feet together, and my lower back was like, that's not the natural orientation of your femur heads. So it feels a lot better with my feet a little bit apart. Gaze is up. Release the hip creases. So the fronts of the hip creases, soften those as if your tailbone could reach out to the middle of the room and away from the wall. Beautiful. And then come on out. All right. So we're going to take a really mild Triganasana or triangle pose. I'm going to take my blocks on either side of my mat so they're there set up for me. Take my feet nice and wide. Turn the left toes out. Right toes turn in here. Shift the pelvis. And so we're starting mild because in today's variation, I'm less concerned about the leg line. And what I'm wanting more is about the length through this side body. So on this top side. So coming in, grounding that bottom hand on the floor or a block. Soften through that front hip crease to shift the pelvis. Do you see that? It's very subtle, but I shifted it. This is it pulling this direction towards my front foot. Here's it shifting backwards. Right? Oh, I can already feel it. And then from the shoulder blade on the down arm, reach down into the block. On the collarbone on the top arm, reach up. Take a breath. Find that. Inner thighs are working. Keep shifting from front hip crease to back. And then like you're gathering up the air, take the arm overhead. Here, reach for the fingertips. Soften that hip one more time. Maybe a little bit more side body. And then come on up. That was good. Kick the toes. Get my block set up on the other side. Shifting from the pelvis, so shifting from front to back. Here. Grounding that bottom arm. Beautiful. This leg's like, take your time here. Which I am. So again, I'm shifting from that front hip crease across the width of my pelvis out to the back. There it was. So you see? That's going forward, which I don't want. Here's it shifting back. Beautiful. From the shoulder blade on the down arms, reaching into the block of the floor. Collarbone across to the top, reaching up. Take a breath. Inner legs working. And then gather up the air. Reach overhead. Beautiful. Last breath, maybe softening a little bit lower. And then come on up. Good job. Okay, we're taking Prasarada, but a open-hearted variation. I'm back up so you can see me. So using blocks here so that the heart can stay lifted, unless you got some long arms in proportion to your legs, right? It can be helpful to have blocks here. Reach down through the inner thighs, so it's not about the hamstring stretch, right? And I'm sticking my butt out. So I'm reaching my sitting bones back behind me. Inner thighs are engaged. My heart lifts up. I keep the heart lifted, and I start to walk my hands forward. So they might stay on this tall setting of the block. Here, my gaze stays forward, reaching out, kind of like that puppy pose, sending the seat back, reaching the arms forward like triangle pose. So we're long through the side body, open through the heart. Last little breath. Gaze might be kind of midway point between hands and feet. Last breath, you can release the head. Really reach between hands and those sitting bones of the seat. Okay, beautiful. We'll toe heel the feet back together. Here. Okay. And then I'm going to come on down onto our mat and take my favorite little side body opening practice here. And so just a second. So you're laying on top of the bolster, hip is in front. You can also do this with a rolled up towel or a couple blankets. Bottom arm comes down, top arm reaches over, top leg stays on the ground but extends out. So think that triangle pose, reaching side body, and then roll back slightly, opening up those ribs. Lift the heart up towards the face. So see here, here's my heart rolling down. Can I lift it up towards the face? Beautiful. Yeah, sunshine posture. Okay, lift yourself up. I'm going to flip sides. You can just roll over. Come on down onto your other side. Bottom knee can stay bent. Relax the head over. Top arm is straight. The bottom hand grabs the wrist. Earbud's falling out. Reach that bottom leg out. And then slight gentle rolling back. Just a little bit towards the back body. And then release and roll the heart up towards the face. Yes, good job. That feels very nice. So there's definitely energy. I'm not relaxed here. I'm like reaching through my heel and reaching and pulling with my arms. It's a big opening. Okay, come on out of that. I'm going to stay upright, but we're going to take a pigeon pose. I'm going to use a blanket on my sticky mat so that it's a little less sticky, which always just kind of helps when you're doing this. But I'm going to have the part where my hands are going to be. Ooh. Yeah, to still be on the sticky mat. Hi, pigeon. Me and you haven't been hanging out that much, I could tell. Okay, so we're staying upright, upright, yes, and upright. Release the pubic bone away from the navel. Reach out to that back leg, out through the big toe line, all the way up, draw up through the heart. Take the gaze up. Can you soften through the hip crease? Yeah. Another breath here. Tempting to lay down, but we're uplifting the energy, so we're not going down yet. Come around, we'll do the other side. You can switch sides however you want. Okay. Upright here, right? So just notice your heart. This is a heart rolling down. This is a heart lifting up. I'm wanting the energy to roll up. I release my pubic bone away from the navel, reach out through the inner leg line through the back toe. Soften that front belly, let the heart roll. Release the hip crease on that front leg. Woo. Just feeling all that stagnant energy move. Beautiful. And then releasing that. Okay. So for our posture to de-escalate, yet elevate, we're going to take flexion in the neck, opening through the heart. So you're going to have your wings with your blankets or pillows. So you're making little airplane wings here. I got a block for underneath my head, and I'm laying down the seat in front of the bolster. So I'm creating a back bend here. The idea is that your heart and your chest is rolling towards your throat. If the head's too high, it won't quite happen. So you want the chest to roll towards the throat, but you want the chin to move towards the chest. So you want both those things to happen here. And then the legs can kind of be on you where you want. I'm just having them relaxed and straight. But if you prefer bent knees, you can even take Baddha Konasana, which is bottoms of the feet together if that feels comfy for you right now. We're not here for a super long time, although you have the luxury at home to pause this video and stay for as long as you'd like. Let's take a full inhale here, long exhale. Just kind of feeling that energy release through the heart, move out through the shoulders, the hands. All right, and all these preps, this can be totally used, lots of substitutes at home, pillows, throw pillows, towels, blankets, all those things work. I'm just softening, releasing here for a few moments. And then take your awareness towards the center of the heart. So you have your sternum there. Let's go in right here at the center where the heart's lifted. Right, you might even tap it like I did. That can help bring your awareness, and you can feel that tap vibrate physically within the cavity heart space, right, of the chest. And so you can use that tapping. There's also, emotional freedom technique here too. There's so many lovely reasons why you might tap. There's also there is a Chinese medicine meridian here that's really super helpful for emotional energy. But to just physically feel the chest cavity here, this tapping is really nice. And then once you kind of have a sense of that space, you can let the tapping go, let your arm release back. Bring your awareness there to that space and notice the inhale and the exhale. So as you breathe in, and as you exhale out. So we're talking about the internal space. So even though on the inhale, the external physical, like of the ribs and stuff gets bigger, the internal space inside of the heart center becomes constricted, potent, densifies, draws in on itself on the inhale. And on the exhale, it radiates outward in all directions, everywhere. So we're just watching, noticing that drawing in, becoming potent, taking the energy in. And releasing outward. Radiating calm, groundedness, strength, compassion, all directions, everywhere. A few more breaths like that. Drawing in, potency. Exhaling out. Last few like this. Inhale, the center of the heart draws in on itself, becomes dense and potent. Exhale, it radiates out in all directions, everywhere. And of course, if this breath feels nourishing, you're more than welcome to pause this video and just continue working this way until you're ready to move into Shavasana. Otherwise, after this next exhale, letting go of that visualization. Just taking a few rounds of breath, neutral, soft, relaxed. We're going to shift into a short Shavasana. As always, you're always welcome to take one that's longer than the one we're practicing together. Right? And I definitely encourage you to take Shavasana. It's so tempting to skip it, right? But now more than ever, this is like PSA. Shavasana is required. Your nervous system needs support. It is rough out there, you guys. And so anything you can do to help support your body, your emotional health right now is so crucial. As you set up, any way that's comfortable for you is fine, but what I am going to encourage you to do is to have some sort of support underneath your head so that the chin is moving in towards flexion here a little bit. I'm actually going to make mine a little bit thicker so that you get a little bit of that nervous system de-escalation here. So important. Ah, yes, that's wonderful. Oh, letting the arms reach out, softening here through the belly. We're just resting here together for a few moments. Getting out any last wiggles. Allowing yourself to rest here in quiet together. Again, if you'd like to stay here longer, please feel free to press pause and stay here as long as you need. Otherwise, taking a few deeper inhales and exhales here, starting to come back with the breath. Let's check in and notice how your body feels here. It is so, so, so important, right, to just touch in and notice, right, how we're doing. And so many of us have these, good days and bad days, and on the hard days, and things feel hopeless, we feel defeated, we're run down, we're not sure what's going to happen. There's so much groundlessness. Right? The body has the ability to move towards healing, to move towards wholeness, to move towards an equilibrium within your system. And so engaging the body, working with the body as a tool, as a medicinal tool to help support you and feeling as nourished and healthful as you can in this challenging moment that we're all in together. And so here, after this practice, just noticing the body, really taking in, feeling this thing. Oh, how do I feel after I care for myself? Right, registering that in your mind space. That helps to train and teach your brain and your body that this feeling is possible, and that suffering and any emotional state, right, is not permanent. That our emotions, they come up, they rise, they fall. And when we're having those difficult moments, that is crucial to be able to understand and know and trust. So giving yourself that felt sense experience to really embody that, oh yeah, things do shift. Super important, super helpful. All right, as you're ready, let yourself come to your side body and slowly press yourself on up to a seat. We're going to end with the sound of Om here together. And so bringing the hands to the heart space and letting the head bow on in. A nice big full inhale here together. Exhale out together. Breathing in for the sound of Om. May you be receptive to grace. Namaste. Thank you so much, friends. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I'm sending you all blessings and love and so much care for each and every one of you. Let me know if you need anything. I'm always around. Send me a message. I'm also accepting in-person clients and distant healing clients for somatic intuitive therapy. And you can learn more about that at www.somaticintuitive.com. Sending you love. Thank you so much.